Today's video is sponsored by the amazing folks at Epidemic Sound. Hey guys, what's going on? Sound design, especially when it comes to sound effects, are basically something that a lot of people just, I don't know where to get them. I don't want to use them, I can't be bothered. Who cares about sound effects? That is a big no-no, because this beginner's tutorial for sound design, and even if you're not a beginner, you're probably going to pick up a couple of hints and tips along the way as well. This tutorial for sound design will absolutely allow you to level up any footage step by step. Let's check out these clips here. And by the way, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro for this, but it doesn't matter because good sound design, the ideas here that I'm going to talk to you about and help you out level up with are applicable to any piece of software, whether that's like Resolve, Final Cut,
LumaFusion, Premiere Rush, Vegas, Windows Movie Maker, whatever.
These clips here have got absolutely no sound effects whatsoever. There's no music, there's nothing. It's just the video. And they're pretty cool looking clips. Now, to truly level up your sound design, you're going to have to start thinking about the actual clip that you're working with. Now, if you've shot it, that helps hugely. But if it's stock footage or if it's old footage you've got from somewhere else, or for whatever reason you don't have audio, you need to close your eyes and imagine that you're actually there. How would this sound on the day? Even kind of think back, how would it smell? All to help you just get that sound ambience and amazing leveling up sound design going. So the first clip here, we've got a car. Rally car going really fast. It's in the countryside. We've got some gravel coming towards the camera. So we need to think about countryside, sunny day. Going to be a little bit of a breeze maybe. Going to have some birds, maybe a farmyard animal or two, a cow, a sheep, a cow. Maybe there's a cow, a sheep, a cow. Maybe there's people somewhere. And then we got to look at the car. So we need a good car sound effect. Don't just grab the first one, but we want a car drive by. So the car is off in the distance and then it's going right by you really close to the camera. And then there's the gravel. We want the sound of the gravel on the car. So it's coming right by, and then there's those little bits of dirt that are coming towards the actual lens of the camera. So write all of that stuff down. Write down the clips that you actually need. Now that you've envisioned this palette of sound, you know exactly what you want, and using Epidemic Sound will not only level up your sound design, it's going to give you access to over 90,000 sound effects, which is a lot. If it's not an Epidemic Sound, it probably doesn't exist anywhere ever. So let's start with scene one and what we want, and let's start building this layer of amazing sound design. First up, I'm going to search for countryside. Let's see what we've got here. Turn things up. Okay, so that's like an evening sound effect. Don't want that. All evening stuff. So if we look at the filters up here, we can break these down. Okay, hedgerow ambience. This is what we're looking for. So we've got the insects, birds, bees, that kind of country ambience. Let's download this. Select download. Let's have that bell, because looking at the footage, it's kind of that European, Scandinavian kind of thing where you'd almost expect to hear a cowbell. So let's grab that as well. So now we've kind of starting to build that. Let's see, have we got a breeze? I know there's a breeze in the original effect that we've got, but let's just see what we have. So subtle as it is, this foliage might be useful. Let's get it in. Now let's go for gravel. So there's a lot of gravel. I know we're on footsteps now, but let's see what else we've got. Okay, that's going to work. Remember that clip with the gravel? That's definitely going to work. So is that one. One effect can lead on to another, which can really help your brain get completely in gear for the sound design that you're building. Next up, let's go for car. So we want a car pass by. So there's a lot here. So automobile transportation, left, right, miles per hour. Let's go miles per hour, see if they got something fast. They have all different cars, and we're not being technically correct. I don't even know what the car is. So here we go, car drive by dirt. I like that. I would like the car to be a bit faster and a bit more aggressive. Okay, so we could get that one as well. And my idea here is we're going to start layering these up to make an amazing sound design. Race car. Here we go. Now I've kind of got what I want, so the next step here is to jump into your editing software and start putting all these together. And it's not a case of just dropping one over and hoping for the best. We're going to look at the levels of adjustment here. We're going to look at the positioning and all of these things to really level up this sound design for this video. So come on, let's go. Headphones back on. I've got all these sound effects right in here into Adobe Premiere, but again, use whatever software that you've got. So first up, our hedgerow ambience. Just going to move these out of the way. So I like the B here, so we can cut this a little bit more if we want. And we will get to the levels of these momentarily. So we also want our cowbell. And again, just position these where you think they should go. So as a nice kind of closing the loop of the story of this particular clip, let's have the cowbell. So now let's get into the car, and then we're going to get into the gravel, which is we're going to build a couple of layers, and then we're going to adjust everything. So not everything, of course, like in real life, sounds the exact same volume. Alrighty, so here is a race car going by. Alrighty, I'm just going to move the cowbell out of the way for now. Start building our gravel. So I'm just double clicking here and I'm going to bring these in as well. And as you can see, we're starting to build up a layer. So it's around here, this point as the car is going by, that we need to start bringing in the gravel. And we've got 2 layers here. Let's see what it sounds like. So as you can hear, it's making a huge difference. Now that we've built up our layers of sound and I'm leaving in that Debris Rain one, let's start adjusting the actual levels of each one of these so we get something that's completely next level and that's something that's completely immersive. Going to bring down the level of the car slightly. So in Premiere, I'm pressing G and I'm going -3 to bring it down by about 3 dB. And the rain one here is quite loud, so I want this to be subtle, so I'm bringing this down by -6. Now, there is a lot of back and forth, but it's worth putting in those extra couple of minutes to find out exactly where every sound should be and how it sounds. And that's the one thing, play it back, and that's when headphones come in really super useful. To top this off is add in the people sound effects. Just a couple of people cheering because we can see them at the side of the shot here, and that's going to round this off completely. I don't want all of it because it's a bit too much. So I'm just going to drag in a little bit here. Let's put it here. As you can see, as you can hear, you can really make a huge difference to your video footage by just spending an extra few minutes on the sound design. Now, you've seen the process I went, wrote everything down, what I needed, different levels, position the audio, and you've got a clip that had nothing. But now that it's a really engaging and immersive clip. I've left a link for you guys in the description below for Epidemic Sound. You get a 30-day free trial, all the sound effects and music that you want to grab and use for your own productions. And there's also a corporate link as well if you're working in the corporate sector. So that's it. Hopefully you guys have learned something big today, and let me know how you get on and tag me up with any videos that you made that you've got some amazing sound design on, because I would love to hear them. Whoa, whoa, whoa.